with distinguished scholars. My name is Widya Resdiana, and I have the pleasure of serving as both your Master of Ceremony tonight and moderator. Before we begin, as usual, I would like to read a pantun, okay? From Palestine to Indonesia, we gather now to learn much more. With open minds, let's start the night for knowledge sharing in our global lecture. Okay, so tonight we are very honored to have with us Dr. Hanin Haifa from Birzeit University, Palestine. She's an expert in the field of supply chain management who will be sharing her lecture on the topic Modern Technology for Supply Chain Management. Okay, before we move forward, please allow me to remind all participants to mute your microphone during the session, use the Zoom chat room for any question during the Q&A session later, and we will only have 3 questions for the night, and I will give an opportunity to only one student to discuss with Dr. Hanin tonight. And after that, we will take a look at only 2 questions on the chat room, okay? Don't forget to rename your Zoom ID with your full name and institution. And don't forget to use the background, okay? So this lecture is free and open to all ULBI students and anyone interested. And we thank you all for staying and joining us today. Now, let us proceed to a welcoming remark by our beloved rector, Professor Inyoman Pujawan. Good evening, Professor.
Good evening, Ibu Widya.
Okay, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Ibu Widya, for the opening of this global lecture for this evening. Good evening, Dr. Hanin. Can you hear me?
Hi, good evening.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. So it is actually so excited for us to have you here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
I think very rarely we have somebody from Palestine teaching in our class. So I think we are privileged to have you teaching our students. But in addition to students, I think there are a number of faculty members also joining. And also, I think there are some people from industry also joining. I think the number will be increasing in a few minutes. So I think now we have almost 90 people in this Zoom, but I'm sure it will be increasing later on. So this global lecture is designed to provide our students with international exposure. So we inviting actually around 10 faculty members from different countries, different universities in the world. And I also thank you, Dr. Hanin, for accepting our invitation to become adjunct professors in ULBI. So this is not the only lecture that Dr. Hanin will be delivering. As becoming an adjunct professor means that she will be also teaching in future classes. So thank you very much for that. I'm not going to be long. I just want to say hello to Dr. Hanin and everyone who is joining the lecture this evening. So basically that's all, Ibu Widya. I'm returning back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor. Now it is my honor to introduce our speaker this evening. Dr. Hanin Haifa. She's a faculty member at Birzeit University, Palestine, uh, in the field of supply chain and logistics with a focus on digital transformation and technology adoption in SCM. Her professional experience and global insight are invaluable in helping us understand how modern technologies are shaping the future of supply chains management. Let's now welcome Dr. Hanin. Good evening,
Thank you
Dr.
everyone for
Hanin.
being here. I'm just trying to share my screen. It
Oh,
seems that
okay.
I'm having some problems. Just
Okay,
give
I
me a
think you
second,
can
please.
you can do it now.
Okay.
Allow me to remind you, Dr. Hanin, that you have 60 minutes or an hour to deliver your lecture tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Just give me 20 seconds and I will fix my screen. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, we can see it now.
You can see it, huh? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You can see it, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe because I'm having multiple screens. I can see the presenter view. Okay. Mhm. No, I'm sorry for the. What I'm trying to do is to see the presenter view on my laptop. That's what's not working with me.
Oh, I see.
So I will
Maybe we
try
could,
to.
maybe we can share the materials from here.
You can you can fix that from your side. I need to see the presenter view.
Uh, okay, maybe,
I will try to connect another screen.
but we can see the slide right now. We can see the title.
Ready? Okay.
Maybe you can share the material to the
I can share the
group.
material. What's happening is that I can't see the presenter view on my laptop, so I'm trying to maybe connect another screen, um, or maybe this one will work. Mm,
Yes, we can see the slide now.
Okay, great. Mm. Okay, I have to connect another screen just to
Okay.
stop this problem. I have to connect another screen. Just give me half a minute. I will fix that problem.
Okay. We will be waiting. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen and students, please kindly wait for this technical problem. Dr. Hanin is trying to open the slides from other device, I think. Oh, maybe Pak Rector would like to announce us about the social media content that participants uh, can make for the next session.
Okay. Yeah, this is for students while we are waiting for Dr. Hanin to share her screen. So I would like to encourage all students to share the class experience in your social media. Bisa dalam bahasa Indonesia aja ya, biar semuanya ngerti. Jadi para mahasiswa ULBI
Ya, baik, Pak.
akan di-share ya materinya di ya konten apapun di sosial media. Nanti dalam seminggu di tag ininya ya IG-nya ULBI atau platform sosial media yang lain. Nanti dalam seminggu yang eh, like atau komennya paling banyak, nanti saya kasih hadiah 500.000. Jadi ya,
Oke.
yang di lecture berikutnya akan berlaku juga seperti itu. Jadi di setiap lecture saya akan kasih hadiah bagi satu orang yang engagement di postingan sosial medianya paling banyak. Gitu, Bu Widya. Thank you very much.
Baik.
Ya,
Berarti mulai dari malam ini ya, Prof?
mulai dari malam ini ya.
Ya.
Oke.
Hitungannya sampai hari Rabu depan ya.
Ya, kita hitung seminggu-seminggu lah. Nah, jadi
Baiklah.
nanti dibuat konten cerita tentang lecture hari ini, diunggah di sosial media, di tag
Hmm,
supaya bisa kita recognize gitu. Nanti dihitung yang paling banyak like-nya mungkin bisa klaim ke kita. Nanti akan diumumkan.
baik. Dan jangan lupa tag Ulbi ya, teman-teman semua, supaya bisa terlihat oleh kita siapa yang engagementnya paling banyak akan mendapatkan reward dari Pak Rektor langsung. Oke. Wah, keren banget itu. Saya boleh nggak, Pak?
Mahasiswa.
Oh, masih sama.
Mahasiswa.
Baiklah.
Oke.
Oh, ada yang bertanya, Prof.
Hmm.
Ketentuan isi kontennya seperti apa?
Bebas saja, maunya cerita tentang lecture malam ini.
Mungkin
Heeh.
bisa summary-nya ya, Prof ya, summary.
Summary-nya, posting fotonya, silakan.
Posting fotonya.
Kasih komentar ya.
Ya, baik.
Mm-mm.
Seperti itu. Tadi pertanyaan dari Yuda Nugraha.
Oke.
Baiklah. Kayaknya Yuda nih semangat sekali ya untuk membuat kontennya ya. Sudah bertanya, ingin mendapatkan reward kelihatannya, Prof.
Hmm.
Okay, I think it should work now, hopefully.
Okay,
Uh,
let's try.
yeah, let's try.
Yes, we can see the slides.
Okay. You're still seeing the slides, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Um, as a slideshow, correct?
Right
Not
now,
right now.
not.
Yeah.
You're not seeing? Are you
No,
seeing
no.
the slides or not?
Can you return to the earlier visuals, I think.
Mm.
Do you want us to share from our laptop in here? Maybe you can send.
Sorry, do you want,
Yes,
It
we can.
works
Yeah,
now. It works.
it
Yeah.
works now. Yeah.
it's working now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you can see it as a slideshow, huh? It's
Yes.
Yes.
clear. Okay,
Uh,
great.
oh, not right now.
What's happening? Why? What can you see now?
It hasn't been shared as a slideshow.
It's not a slideshow?
No.
You can click a button. The
Now you
button,
can see it as slideshow?
No.
not a slideshow.
Okay, let me stop the share and share it again. Just a second. I will share this one. Okay. Now
Yes.
you can see it now,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, I'm sorry for that. Technological problems always.
No problem. Okay, go on.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for being here today. My name is Hanin Haifa. I hold a Ph.D. degree in supply chain management. And over the past few years, I've had the opportunity to work closely with organizations across various industries, delivering training, consultation, and workshop focused on building smarter and more resilient supply chains. Today, I'm excited to share insights on how emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, and smart tools are not just influencing, but truly transforming supply chain management. This isn't just about technology, it's about creating more responsive, transparent, and efficient supply chains that are ready for tomorrow's challenges. This presentation explores how some technologies are transforming supply chain operations. Before we start, let me briefly walk you through today's agenda. We'll start with a quick overview of supply chain management, what it is, why it matters, and how it has evolved over time. Next, we'll explore the core of this presentation, which is digital technologies in supply chain management, including supply chain 4.0, Internet of Things, cloud computing, analytics, and automation. We'll then take a closer look at information technology tools such as ERP systems, EDI, barcoding, radio frequency identification, and data warehousing, technologies that form the backbone of modern supply chains. From there, we'll move into the emerging trends and technologies like artificial intelligence, digital twins, and cybersecurity, which are shaping the future of the industry. And finally, we'll wrap up with some real-world case studies from companies like Walmart and Amazon to show how these technologies are applied in practice. And at the end of course, we'll open the floor for questions and discussions. Let's start with a quick overview of supply chain management and how it has evolved over time. Supply chain management is the management of the flow of goods and services, information, and finances as they move from raw material suppliers to manufacturers, to wholesalers, retailers, and to the final consumer. You can think of supply chain management as the backbone of business operations. It's how a product is born from raw material, such as cotton or steel, through various stages until it reaches your hands as a shared or as a smartphone. Supply chain management ensures that this entire journey is smooth, cost-effective, and responsive to customers' needs. Key elements of supply chain management is planning, such as forecasting the demand and managing inventory, sourcing, which includes choosing suppliers and negotiating contracts, making, which is manufacturing or assembling the product, delivering, taking care of logistics, warehousing, transportation, and returning, handling returns, recycling, or reverse logistics. It's not just about trucks and warehouses, it's about decisions, what to make, where to make it, how much to stock. Supply chain management answers all these questions. Why supply chain management is important? It ensures efficiency, it reduces waste, saves times, improves productivity. It also reduces cost by minimizing overstocks, delays, and logistics expenses. Of course, it enhances customer satisfaction as it ensures on-time delivery, product quality, and availability. Also, an efficient supply chain management can secure a competitive advantage. Companies with strong supply chains, like Amazon, for example, will definitely outperform competitors. According to Deloitte, companies with superior supply chains grow revenue 3 times faster than other companies. The evolution of supply chain management, traditional supply chains were linear and manual, step-by-step flow, starting from raw materials, factory, warehouse, retailer, and customer. Management was paper-based or Excel managed in best case scenarios. There was little integration between the departments and between the parties on the supply chain. In traditional supply chain management, companies worked in silos. Manufacturers didn't know anything about wholesalers or retailers, which caused the overproduction or stock outs or inefficiencies. Supply chain management was reactive, not proactive. Decisions were made after issues occurred, like running out of stock, for example. There was always delay in information sharing and poor visibility. In modern supply chains are integrated and automated. Systems like ERP, enterprise resource planning, and supply chain management software integrate suppliers with manufacturers and retailers in real time. They share information, they have centralized data warehouse, they have digital dashboards that provide visibility across the whole network. So supply chain management now is data-driven and predictive. It uses AI, Internet of Things, blockchain, and big data, and it has real-time demand forecasting and automated decision-making. Let's say, for example, if a hurricane is forecasted to disrupt or to close a port, modern supply chain management systems are able to reroute shipment automatically before delays occur. Also, supply chain management is now more customer-centric and agile. It ensures fast delivery, customization, and responsiveness. Many companies like retailers like Zara, for example, clothing company, uses real-time sales data to adapt inventory weekly. So as we can see, the supply chain has evolved from a cost-centric to a value creator or a value driver entity. Modern supply chains are not just pipelines, they are intelligent ecosystem. Now, in this section, we explore digital technologies in supply chains, including supply chain 4.0, Internet of Things, cloud computing, big data analytics, and automation. Supply chain 4.0 is the next generation of supply chain management. It leverages advanced digital technologies to create a connected, intelligent, agile, and customer-centric ecosystem. Just like Industry 4.0 transformed manufacturing through smart factories and automation, supply chain 4.0 is the digital transformation of how products move, decisions are made, and value is delivered. Key features of supply chain 4.0 are real-time data instead of lagging reports, as it used to be in the past, predictive and prescriptive analytics instead of reactive decision-making that were always late. Now we have predictive analytics, which enables you to take the decision before the problem occurred. And integrated systems instead of manual handoffs. Supply chain 4.0 helps in improved forecast accuracy, optimize inventory levels, greater customer satisfaction, enhanced resilience and sustainability in supply chain. For example, when during COVID-19, companies with digitized supply chains adapted quickly to changing demand and transport delays. Those using the modern supply chain management systems with its predictive tools adjusted inventory dynamically, while those without faced empty shelves or excess stock. Key technologies that are powering supply chain 4.0. First one is Internet of Things. Internet of Things uses smart sensors, devices, and trackers to monitor assets, shipments, and equipment in real time. A refrigerator truck delivering vaccines must have Internet of Things, must have this technology because the sensors will monitor temperature in real time. If it rises above a safe level, the system sends an alert and a corrective action is triggered immediately. So Internet of Things provides real-time visibility of inventory and assets, condition monitoring like temperature, humidity, etc. It helps reduces losses and improves quality assurance. Many delivery companies such as DHL uses Internet of Things enabled pallets to track goods, reducing losses and increasing delivery precision and of course customer satisfaction. Number two is cloud computing. Cloud computing is cloud platforms allow companies to store, access, and share data from anywhere, supporting remote collaboration and system integration. Instead of using localized servers or spreadsheets, cloud systems like SAP, Oracle provide shared dashboards accessible across suppliers, logistics, wholesalers, retailers, and management, all in real time. Cloud computing has many benefits, like scalability. You can add or remove users or storage easily. It is a cost-effective infrastructure. you don't now have to build your data center and have your servers. You can have everything stored on cloud, and it will be centralized and shared with all your parties. It enables real-time collaboration and updates, and it provides centralized data and better security. Another building block of supply chain 4.0 is big data analytics. It is analyzing massive volumes of supply chain data to find patterns and predict events and guide decisions. Big data helps forecast demand, predict delivery delays, and even identify supplier risks before they happen. Some of the benefits of big data analytics are better demand forecasting, dynamic pricing, and promotion planning, depending on the demand and on the forecast, supplier risk assessment, and inventory optimization. Robotics and automation are also used in supply chain 4.0. It's the use of robots and automated systems for repetitive or high volume or time sensitivity tasks like pricing, packing, and sorting. Robots are not just in factories anymore. They are in warehouses and in sorting centers. We will see an example at the end of this session for the robotics and automation that are used. This helps in speed and accuracy, of course, in labor cost reduction, in 24/7 operations, and will definitely reduce human error. Amazon, for example, uses over 750,000 robots in its fulfillment centers to reduce human strain and increase throughput. And the last one is blockchain technology. It is a decentralized, secure, and transparent digital ledger used to record transactions and track goods across the supply chain. The blockchain is like a logbook shared by all parties. Once a transaction is added, it's recorded. It cannot be modified or deleted. That's why it builds trust across suppliers and consumers. With the blockchain, it's now possible to have end-to-end traceability and to prevent frauds, because your goods is always traced and recorded using the blockchain technology. So we can see here that supply chain 4 is not about using one technology. It's about combining them to build a smarter, faster, and more resilient supply chain. Internet of Things gives visibility. Cloud gives you access. Big data gives you insights and predictions. Robotics gives you speed. And blockchain gives you trust. We have to remember that in the digital age, supply chain leaders are not just moving products. They are managing data, intelligence, and agility now. Those who embrace these technologies and they are good in it, they will lead. And those who don't, they will fall behind. Next section is about using information technologies, information technology tools that will support or that is supporting visibility, integration, automation. It will explain how these information are used and how they enhance supply chain performance. One of the systems used for supply chain management is ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. ERP systems integrate core business functions such as procurement, inventory, finance, HR, logistics, any department or party that are working on the supply chain. It integrates them all into one single unified system. It centralizes data, so departments across the company operate on the same information in real time. Imagine, for example, a factory receiving customer order. Instantly, the inventory module checks the stocks. Procurement knows what to order. Logistics schedule the shipment. Finance prepare the invoice, all automatically on the same time, instantly. That shows the power of ERP. ERP is used in procurement, order processing, financial production. Some examples of non-ERP systems, SAP. SAP is used by global enterprises for complete visibility. Oracle NetSuite, it's common for mid-sized businesses. Microsoft Dynamics 365 offers a cloud-based modular solution. Another tool is electronic data interchange, known as EDI. EDI enables businesses to electronically exchange documents like purchase order, invoices, shipping notices, all these documents that were transferred as papers or as hard copies are now being transferred digitally. It eliminates manual entry or data between partners. EDI is like a digital language that suppliers, manufacturers, and retailers speak to one another instantly and without human error. It speeds up transactions, reduces data entry errors, improves accuracy and compliance, and it will help in strengthening relationships with suppliers and customers. Walmart is very known in using EDI. It required all its suppliers to have EDI system, and they process thousands of orders a day with high accuracy and very little human intervention. Barcoding and RFID, radio frequency identification, are another tools used in supply chain management. Barcoding is printed barcodes scanned via laser to identify and track products. It is common in warehouses, retail, and shipping. It is cost effective, easy to implement, and accurate for small scale operations. When you go shop for a grocery, every time a cashier scans your groceries, that's barcoding, triggering inventory adjustment at the back end. Radio frequency identification uses tags with embedded chips and radio signals to transmit product data wirelessly. No line of sight is needed. While using RFID, it provides real-time tracking. Multiple tags can be read at once, not like barcoding. It automates inventory audits, enhances asset visibility and security. The table here shows a comparison between barcoding and RFID, which I have just mentioned. The cost in barcoding is lower. Line of sight in RFID is not required. Read range in RFID is better or is larger. Data warehousing is another requirement in digital supply chains. Data warehouse is a central repository for all data, where all supply chain related data is stored, structured, and made available and accessible for analysis. If ERP is the engine of a business, the data warehouse is the brain of the business. It is where all operations are compiled, analyzed, and turned into useful insights. Data warehouse integrates data from multiple sources. It gets data from ERP, from CRM, IoT, sensors. Whenever it can catch related data. It enables business intelligence and dashboards and supports strategic decisions regarding demand trends. For example, or supply performance, inventory cycles, etc. So as we have just seen, IT tools like ERP, EDI, barcoding, RFID, and data warehousing are the nervous system of modern supply chains. They collect, communicate, compute the data that powers every decision. From supplier selection to delivery routing, distribution, supply chains become more global and complex, and the role of these technologies will grow more and more. What are some of the new trends that are emerging in supply chain management? Of course, the first one and the most trendy one is artificial intelligence. How do we use artificial intelligence in supply chain management? We use artificial intelligence in demand forecasting. It analyzes historical data, weather trends, social media, sentiment and trends, market shifts to predict future demand more accurately. Routing optimization, AI-powered logistics platform calculate the most fuel time efficient routes and inform you of the best route to choose. Customer service like AI chatbots and voice assistants which are able to handle inquiries and process orders and provide 24/7 support. AI transforms supply chains from reactive to predictive. It tells you not only what is happening, it tells you what will happen and what you should do about it. Impact of AI on supply chain management is huge. It enhances and help in decision making and operational efficiency by reducing forecast errors, which will impact inventory and will lower the excess in inventory. It enhances decision speed and accuracy. It automates several tasks. And of course, it improves customer satisfaction and responsiveness to customer orders and fulfillment. Advanced analytics or big data as known, it's advanced analytics that goes beyond the basic reporting. It includes more predictive and prescriptive analytics. By predictive analytics, we mean that it predicts the future, it predicts the forecast or what can forecast what might happen, such as stock outs or delays. And by prescriptive analytics, we mean that it can recommend the best course of action, like routing shipments or shifting suppliers in case of risk in suppliers. With basic analytics, you know what happened. That's in the old traditional supply chain management. And now with advanced analytics, you know what happened, what's likely to happen, and what to do about it before it happens. The tools and techniques that advanced analytics use is machine learning. It learns from patterns and improve over time. Data visualization platforms and some optimization models like which are used for pricing, scheduling, or inventory allocation. A retailer uses predictive analytics, for example, to identify which stores will have excess stock and try to recommend redistributing those products before before he has to go through clearance sale or before they are they exceed the sell-by date, the expiry date. Digital twins. Digital twin is a virtual simulation. It's like a replica or a virtual simulation of the entire supply chain from factory and inventory to distribution routes and even customer end. It's like having a video game version of your supply chain. You can test different strategies like changing supplier, changing a route, changing a port, and see what happens before you make the decision or make the change in the real world. Digital twins are used for scenario simulation. What happens if I do this change? Process optimization, you can try and test different scenarios and see which one will be the optimum solution for you, and risk management, evaluate the impact of disruptions before they happen. Unilever is known for using digital twins for their supply chains to test sustainability scenarios and optimize routes. And digital twins help them in reducing emissions by 15%, as shown in their report. Cybersecurity, lastly. Cybersecurity, as shown from its name, it's the digital version of security. Supply chains became more digital and interconnected. So they are also the more advanced and the more interconnected they will become more vulnerable for cyber attacks. That's why cybersecurity is important in supply chain management. A single breach can stop operations, can leak sensitive data, can damage supplier relationship, can have many effects. Cybersecurity is the digital immune system of the supply chain. Without it, your smart supply chain will become a smart target. You will be targeted if you don't have a good immune system. Key measures of cybersecurity: encryption. It secures the data during transfer and storage. Access controls ensures only authorized users access critical systems, and audits and monitoring regular checks and alerts for unusual activity. And of course, what's also needed is employee training, because 95% of breaches are due to human errors. From what we have just learned, we can see that the future of supply chain management lies at the intersection of intelligence, simulation, automation, and security. AI, artificial intelligence, helps us decide faster. Big data analytics help us see clearer. Digital twins help us plan smarter, and cybersecurity helps us operate safer. The companies should be strong enough in using all these emerging threats. And if it succeeded, it will lead. And those companies that ignore these trends may not survive next disruption. Last section here, it's about some cases and applications for these trends and technologies in the real world. First example is Walmart and how Walmart is using blockchain for food traceability. Walmart is one of the world's largest retailers, as we all know. It handles thousands of delicate or sensitive food items daily across global supply chains, which is very sensitive and very critical for sure. And ensuring food safety and traceability is a critical concern for Walmart. That's why Walmart partnered with IBM to use the blockchain technology to trace meat products that they deliver. Each step in the supply chain from the farm to store is recorded in a tamper-proof digital ledger. It can't be edited or deleted. And the result was that before blockchain, it took 7 days to trace the source of a contaminated batch. And after the blockchain, Walmart is now able to do the same task for it takes it only 2.2 seconds. This extreme reduction improves consumer safety, reduces waste, and enables rapid recalls when necessary. This upgrade in Walmart supply chain is not just a technology upgrade. It's a transformation in trust, safety, and speed. It's about saving lives and not just saving costs. Second example is Amazon. Amazon operates hundreds of fulfillment centers. It ships billions of items annually. Very fast and accurate order processing is essential to its brand promise of same day or next day delivery. Amazon acquired the Kiva Systems, which is now known as Amazon Robotics after it bought it, and deployed thousands of mobile robots across its warehouses. The robots transfer or transport shelves to human workers. Instead of the worker walking to the products or to the shelf, it's now enabled the good to person picking. Shelves are walking to the person. The result is increased picking speed by 2 to 3 times, reduced human fatigue and walking time, and maximized warehouse space because now they can stack goods more densely, more efficiently. So Amazon re-imaged or reimagined the warehouses, and robotics helped them achieve speed and scale that humans alone could never be able to match. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the session and knew more about some concepts that are trending in supply chain management, and we are always hearing about it.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Hanin.
Thank you.
We,
You're welcome.
we enjoyed very much your explanation, and it is a very interesting topic. Okay, now we would like to open Q&A session. And I
Sure.
think I would like to invite students or even faculty members or other guests to raise their hand and ask question directly to Dr. Hanin. Yes, anyone would like to ask question?
No
Okay.
questions.
Okay, we have question actually from the chat room. It is from Bagus Sugiarto. Okay, so we have Mr. Bagus here, and he asks that the application of blockchain technology, especially the use of cryptocurrency, has become very prevalent in the banking world. According to Dr. Hanin, how will its implementation in countries' supply chain look in the future? What are the implications for developing countries that tend to have non-dominant bargaining power, such as Indonesia, especially in relation to relationship between countries with economically dominant countries such as the USA?
That's an important and difficult question. What privileges could non-dominant countries, he is asking, what privileges they could have as long as they don't have bargaining power,
Mm,
if I understand well.
okay, what are the implications for developing countries like Indonesia here? Uh, that tend to have non-dominant bargaining power in with the relationship between countries such as
Okay.
the USA.
Okay, since we are talking about supply chain management, what we should all agree about is competition or performance of supply chain depends on all its parties. So if you are part of supply chain, the performance of supply chain will not just stop at your level. So if you have parties on the supply chain that they have bargaining power, or they are maybe not from the developing countries, they could help. They could help on all these technologies. They could be part of that trend of the investment in supply chain. I understand the question right.
Mhm. Okay, so Mr. Bagus, is your question being answered? Okay, we don't hear any more question from Mr. Bagus yet, so we're going to continue to Riri Rizky. Okay, they are from University of Pasundan, yeah? Okay,
Hmm.
from informatics engineering student.
Mhm.
Okay, Riri asks, how can small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, adopt supply chains 4.0 technologies like IoT, AI, or predictive analytics, sorry,
Since
uh,
they are costly.
given the high implementation costs and limited technical resources?
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the size of the enterprise, it's about the strategy of the enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
What's your strategy? Is your strategy, we have to understand one thing, which is very important, which is fundamental in management of supply chain. The strategy of your supply chain depends on the strategy of your corporate, and it has two extremes, responsiveness and cost efficiency. So what's the strategy of your corporate? Is your corporate aiming at have maximum responsiveness, or or to have best cost efficiency? This will decide how much you can invest in your supply chain. If your vision or your strategy as corporate is to be the most responsive service provider, then you will have to invest in this technology. If your corporate strategy is to be more cost efficient, maybe because your business doesn't need high responsiveness, or your customers don't care about high responsiveness, they care more about price that they pay. So your strategy will be to implement more cost-effective supply chains, and you don't have to invest much in this technology. However, you need to have the minimum. You need to be able to compete.
Okay, yes, so it doesn't have to be the size of the company, but the
It doesn't
strategy,
have.
right? Yes.
Correct.
Okay, Riri. Okay, I hope Dr. Hanin has answered it clearly. So we have someone here raising his hand. Novaldi. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, maybe you can turn the camera on, Novaldi. We would like to see your face while you
Yes.
ask question.
I can't open my camera for now.
Oh, why?
I'm just
Oh, no,
on.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go with the question.
Okay. Okay. Good night. Thank you for the opportunity for giving me to asking question. So I'm now currently doing an internship on one of the company in Indonesia, and this company is use ERP, like you said before. But I found a phenomenon in my department on finance, on a logistic department. In the process of shipping goods, of course, the supplier must to provide an invoice for some delivery note. But even though we use ERP, the finance department still summarize and store all the physical document, which it takes a lot of time. And I think it's not efficient. So it makes me wonder, like, why we still rely on a physical document, even though we everything is integrated on one system. So I want to ask, like, what is your view on this phenomenon on my company? Like now I'm currently doing internship. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I couldn't hear her very well. What's taking much time?
Okay, when the finance department is like a store and like they summarize and store all physical document. So it's on my from my based on my experience, it's very take a lot of time to working that to summarize and store all physical document. So I think it's not
To
efficient
store the
because
documents?
yeah, it's a lot of document on one day. From like document is like invoice or delivery note from supplier. We store all of them, even though we use ERP on this company. So yeah, I have a question like why we still rely on the physical document, even though we everything in the system is integrated. So
You
what do
have
you
to
think
store
about?
hard copy, you mean?
I'm sorry.
You have to
Yeah,
store
yeah.
hard copies of the invoices?
Yeah. We have to
And you
store
are
all the
asking why you
copies.
have to store the hard copies of the invoices if you have all the invoices already stored on the ERP?
Yes.
Okay, you shouldn't. Why are you storing the hard copies? The aim of the ERP is to be
Yeah,
paperless.
yeah. Maybe it's for like a proof of work. Like we need the sample or we need a sign to prove that maybe we receive the
Okay,
item.
yeah. For some documents, it depends on the policy of the corporate. If your corporate policy uh, is demanding that these documents be stored as hard copies, then you have to do it. But since you have ERP system, many of the documents should be stored only on the ERP. There is no need for hard copies. Like I can understand that delivery note that is signed by the customer will be stored as a hard copy. This one I understand. But for example, uh, a purchase order that is sent to you from the customer by email, why would you print it out and store it as a hard copy? You don't have to. Unless the policy of the corporate is asking you to do so.
Yes, that's right. So, Naufa, do you have any
Okay.
other questions? Yeah, I think it is the policy of the company, yeah.
Okay.
Nova, what study program are you from?
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm from logistic engineering at University Education of Indonesia.
University of? Oh, from UPI.
Yeah, University of Education Indonesia. Yeah, I'm from
Okay.
UP. Thank you.
Okay. So,
I don't see that we have 184 participants.
yes.
That's incredible.
From other universities also. Okay, thank you
Mhm.
very much. Now, thank you very much, Naufal,
Thank you very
from
much. Thank you very much.
UPI, yeah, for the question. Maybe we would like to continue if it's okay, Dr. Hanan. I'm sorry, Dr. Hanin. Okay, we have a question from Stevenson. He asks, what is your opinion or your point of view about the improvement digital technology in supply chain or logistic with capability manpower. Since the increase of digital technology is not in line with increment capability manpower in using DI. Is it correct, DI? Okay. So that is the question, Dr. Hanin.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood the question. Maybe he's asking about advancing the technology will affect
Mhm.
capabilities, the human capabilities.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that is the question. Because there is an improvement of technology, especially in supply chains, and how does it impact the capability of manpower?
How it impacts the capability? It doesn't impact the capability. It enhances performance by eliminating human errors, by speeding up repetitive tasks that are now automated. We will still and forever need manpower. They will still be working if he's worried about about manpower. But for the capability, I don't see that there's disadvantage or negative effect on capabilities. On the contrary, it will enhance all the operations, and maybe it will free sometimes for humans to for capacity building and other necessary operations or processes.
I see. Okay, so it does not affect us as human, right? It enhances
It enhances the operations and
yeah,
performance of the processes.
yeah,
It will eliminate
right.
unneeded duplicated processes, for
Mhm.
example.
Okay, that's right. Okay, maybe Stephenson has anything to say about this. You can type it down on the chat room. Let's move on to another student from Muhammad Fajar Sandika. Fajar said, digitalization in the supply chain field certainly has its pros and cons. I'd like to ask about one of the cons. Since some processes no longer require human involvement, digitalization may reduce, oh, I think it's quite similar with the first one, may reduce
Yes,
job
it has. He
opportunities.
has the
Yes.
same concern.
Mm-hmm.
He has the same concern. Well, it's the objective of any business to work at best efficiency. If it's more efficient for the business to have a robot instead of the human, then we'll do it. They will do it. It will be very good for humans to, if they will still have a chance, and they will always have chance to develop in other areas and to find something to excel in it. We will not just stick with the traditional processes because it will secure the human jobs. Are you with me? Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Or I am being mean, mean to humanity.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. The question is coming from our faculty member, Ibu Mania. Yes, she's the Dean of Vocational School here. She asks about supply chains management is a very interesting field to work in today, especially if we can combine knowledge of supply chains management with knowledge of technology and data. Her question is, what are the challenges and risks that can possibly occur in implementing digital information in supply chain management and how to prevent them? Okay.
Yes, sure. Everything in the world has its cons and pros. And as I mentioned in the presentation, as supply chain are becoming more complex, more digitized, they are vulnerable for more cyber attack, for example. Now they are all integrated. They have centralized data warehouse, which means that if a problem occurred in this data warehouse, all the parties that access this data warehouse will be impacted. And for example, I think since they are all the attendants are related to supply chain management, they are all familiar with the concept bullwhip effect. Bullwhip effect is the effect of the not accurate demand forecasting, and as you go upward in the supply chain, it's amplified. In the traditional supply chain, because they didn't rely on, or the wholesaler didn't know much about the forecast demand at the customer end, everyone has isolated the data center, isolated data warehouse. Now they are all integrated. The risk is that if something wrong happened, it can stop the operation. It's all now integrated. It's all centralized. That's why we talked about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is very crucial in supply chain management because when you rely on digital, you are vulnerable for. You are now on the cloud. You are now in the cyber. You have to protect yourself. But it has as everything, it has pros and cons. And definitely its advantages is much more than its risks.
Okay. So, Ibu Mania, do you have any more questions? Okay. So, we have our last question, Dr. Hanin. Unfortunately, I do not see any more on the chat room. The question is coming from Rosidin Adha. He asks, could you please advise us how to provide systems that can back up the main ERP systems once the system is down?
Okay, that's a purely IT question. It depends on the system in your corporate. If, for example, you are using a virtual machine, which is the server, it's where you are. First of all, are you using ERP system that's cloud-based? Then if it's cloud-based, the backup and the recovery, disaster recovery, it's their responsibility, the provider responsibility. You don't have to worry about it because they will already have a backup for your server. They will have an image to your server, and you will not be, your business will not be interrupted. If it's not cloud-based, you have your server. The backup solution depends on the servers. If you are using virtual machines, for example, we usually use Veeam software to back up the servers, and it will create a typical image of your servers. It has the updated data. It has all the access controls, and whenever the first server is down, you can configure the other servers to automatically come up and work. There are many backup solutions, and any business should have a disaster recovery plan. And in the disaster recovery plan, you mention your plan for recovering from a disaster. Do you have a backup of the data, or you have image of the server, or you have a clustering, which means two servers are working together. So even if one falls, the other is still working. They are both working live together.
Okay. Okay, so I hope it answered the question, Mr. Rosidin. Oh, if you don't mind, we have one last question, Dr. Hanin.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have last question from Sri Hasibuan. Okay, it's quite long. I'd like to read it to you. The implementation of AI and robotic technologies in SCM industry has significantly increased efficiency and productivity. However, the adoption of these technologies also raises complex social issues, particularly concerning the reduction of human labor, again, and its impact on social welfare, unemployment, and economic inequality. This challenge requires deep consideration of how to balance technological advancements with social responsibility to create sustainable equilibrium. So the question is, from a social perspective, how can the application of AI and robotic technologies that reduce the need for human labor affect employment dynamics, worker welfare, and social inequality? What strategies can companies and policymakers adopt to mitigate these negative social impacts while continuing to promote technological innovation and operational efficiency? So I think it has the same concern with the previous questions.
Yes, it's the same question, the same concern, and it's what we are all thinking about. Now, if you go to LinkedIn or any social media platform, you will see posts like what they are expecting, when they are expecting this job to vanish. They are saying that after like 5 to 10 years, there will be no need for doctors, no need for teachers, no need for programmers. Well, we do have this concern, but we have to shift to other interests. Why not to develop humans and new sciences? Now in universities we are offering new programs. We are offering artificial intelligence program. We are offering a big data analytics program. So you should go with the trend. If that's what we will be using and we will be working in with, we will have to strengthen our knowledge with these tools. We can't just stay with our traditional practices, traditional old knowledge, and stick to it. I don't know if there could be any strategies to be put to protect employment. Now, for example, new jobs in companies, for example, now are cybersecurity. Now they have this job title was not before. Now, one of the jobs that we are looking for in any company is a cybersecurity engineer or cybersecurity specialist. So some jobs will definitely be impacted. Some jobs we will not need them anymore, but there will be new jobs that will appear with all this technology and advancement.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think we are reaching the end of our tonight's lecture, Dr. Hanin. Before I close it, do you have any closing statement for all the students here?
No, I just want to thank you all for attending the session. I hope it added something to your knowledge. And that's it. Hope we can meet again soon.
Yes, thank you. So we would
Thank
like
you.
to also express our gratitude to you, Dr. Hanin, for sharing your time and your expertise with us. To all participants, thank you for joining this ULBI Global Lecture. But before we end it, would you mind to take the photo session with all of us here? And I would like all the students to turn on the camera, and please, operator, help us to have the photo session. Okay, we have Mr. Rector here, Professor Nyoman, and is everyone ready? Please turn on the camera because we are about to have photo session. Okay. Okay, let's start now. Operator, please give the sign.
Yeah, we are ready.
Okay. Smile. Okay, the next one.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, next, please. Okay, are we reaching the end of the page or not yet? Okay. Okay, I think we are done. Once again, thank you very much to all the participants, faculty members, students. Thank you for joining the ULBI Global Lectures, this third episode. We hope you found the session inspiring and enriching. Thank you, Dr. Hanin. Thank you, Professor Nyoman. And I would like to remind you, don't forget to fill in the attendance, yeah, if you haven't already. Okay, let's continue to foster global academic collaboration and innovation. Have a great evening and see you at the next ULBI Global Lectures, the series. Goodbye, stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye,
Bye.
you.
everyone.
Hope to see you again, Dr. Hanin.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sam here. Bye
Okay,
bye.
goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.